In this video, I'm going to look at or answer the questions being asked in my yesterday's webinar, in which let me give you some context about what that webinar is about, so that you understand the full picture, especially if you're watching this first time. So yesterday I had a free class on how to get a dollar for 250K job in AI, machine learning, data science, or generative AI in less than 6 months using my proven three-step framework. So in that webinar, I got tons and tons of questions. I answered a lot of those, but because of the time, I couldn't finish all of them. So I decided to take these question answers, and that's what I'm going to follow in future as well. So if you missed that class, or if you want to reattend, or if you're coming this first time, maybe look at the description below this video so you can check when is the next class happening. I think it's happening on Wednesday or Thursday, but check depending on time you are. So check that next class is again happening on I'm doing there's another class. So I'll pick up these questions. I got tons and tons of questions. I picked up few handful of them, good ones. So I'm going to cover this, and if you attended, or even if you've not attended, you'll get to learn a lot from these questions as well. So when I say that people can get $250K job in AI, machine learning, data science, generative AI, or whatever field you're doing in or data or cloud, one of the common objection I get is, hey, I want to apply, I want to get that much job, but I'm not confident. So we take you from not being confident to being confident to apply, and we do it using two frameworks: project-based learning as well as relevant certification. Now, once you become confident, then people say, hey, I'm applying for the interview calls or jobs, but not getting interview calls. So we take you from no interview call to multiple interview calls, and we do it via ATS-compliant resume, and with that, optimizing your LinkedIn. And once you start getting interview calls, you're appearing on the interview. Third objection I hear is, hey, I'm applying for the or I'm appearing in the interviews but not able to clear them. So we take you from no job offer to multiple job offer using or helping you with mock interviews with tech behavioral questions, using a star method and negotiating salary. So this is the three objections, and with that we use this three-step framework that you see here, going from not confident to super confident, then from there getting or helping with your resume, LinkedIn, and tech interviews. That's the context of that. So with that, and this is tried and tested method by tons and tons of guys. We've tested and done. And this is, I'm not going to repeat it, but these are some of the guys of the testimonial, which we have got a result for. So this is what I covered in the pre-class, like SJ doubled her salary. Shovik got an offer. Similarly, Shrija got a job in Canada, and so on. Tons and tons of guys. Probably pause this if you want to watch each of them. And it's not just experienced guys, but also like Tolu, from no IT background to two job offers, to Winifred, Meghna with the career gap, um, Irina from no technical background, and so on. Not just one, two, three, but hundreds and in fact 45,000 plus in 2023 alone, and since then counting 24, 25, and so on. Now, very quickly, who am I? I have close to 2.5 decade of IT experience and have helped, as I said, 45,000 individuals. I've done it myself, and then helped 45,000 individuals. These are some of the clients I've worked across the globe, and I've gone from earning less than $100 a month. This is my salary slip that you see, to 425 pound a day, to here in UK to 700, 900, and now are charged in excess of 1,000 pounds a day as well. So with that, let's look at the first question. First question was from, and I've got listed this, my team have listed me these or extracted the questions. So Satish is saying that I already took two courses with K2 Academy and want to move into AI and machine learning, and now confused between choosing AWS or Azure. I'll explain you as well. So just to, again, if it's coming for first time or those who wanted, this is the framework I say. We help you. Underlying the base is the cloud, and where we cover two topmost cloud, which is in demand and covered more than 50% of the market share, which is AWS cloud or Azure cloud. On top of that, you have a data engineering, and data has a lot more plethora of things: data analytics, data engineering, data architect, data managers, and so on. On top of that, we have AI, machine and generative AI. And this is what the question was about. We cover Python, we cover LangChain, LangGraph, LangFlow, machine learning algorithms, MLOps, prompt engineering, RAG, AI for project manager, program managers, senior leadership, and so on. And then we do with open source tools, and we also cover the I suggest and recommend you to do AI and machine learning on AWS Cloud or Azure Cloud using Bedrock, SageMaker. On AI side, AI Foundry, AI Machine Learning Studio from Microsoft Azure, and then a lot of other tools that we do with, including certifications. The question was with respect to from Satish. Should I go for AWS AIML or Azure AIML? And my question is, why to restrict either of them and why not go both? Because you can go with either of them, but majority of these companies now, especially the consulting type, especially where they are still open, they're not sure should I go with AWS and Azure, which kind of tools we implement. Majority of companies these days or employers expect you to know more than one and not limited just to one skill set, but have multiple skill sets. So if possible, Satish, to answer your question, is that rather than limiting, my question would be, why not do both of them? If I want to begin one, depending on if I'm in your place, if there's no specific reason, then I probably would eventually go for both. That's what I did. But if you want to begin one, you can begin with either AWS and Azure, depending on the project you are doing. But I would suggest that's what we're recommending. More and more companies are expecting to have not just limited to one cloud or one AI machine learning limited knowledge. You want to have the good both the knowledge. So that's what I will be suggesting you, Satish. If you have any follow-up question, you can book a call with my team. And how to book, I'll explain you in a minute. But if you're already part of K1 Academy, it looks like you're part of already took two courses, you should be covered. Just reach out to the same support channel through which you're contacting. Now, next question was from Indu. Are we recording and what are the slide? Will you be sending these slides? So I'm not a rec I don't share any recordings or we don't record the challenge. What I have noticed is that we used to do this and we do it for a lot of other webinars. But what I started realizing is people never go back to the replays because we monitor everything and people hardly watch the replays and they don't stay attentive in the class. So I've stopped doing the sharing the recording and I don't do any slides. Slide is only for the members. So in the probably if you want to recap, you want to come back again. And when we have the future sessions, you can come back again on the future sessions. We constantly update these things. And based on the feedback, I revise these sessions. So come back again on the next one if you want to attend it again. Uh, Next one is about Keres. Keres, I think I might be pronouncing name correct badly, but sorry for that. Can I help in deciding the path to choose? Does Atul have one-on-one call? So other thing which I mentioned was that we help you. You can pick up either cloud track, you can pick up data track, you can pick up AIML track, and then with that, depending on what kind of a salary you are looking for. So if you're still unclear, if you need help with deciding the path, then my team have a call. Also, there are some job roles which we cover, which I think I've covered in the class about what kind of job roles you probably do. So this is the track which I was talking about, which you see. Let me make myself smaller here. Yeah, I think that's better. No, the smaller one. Yeah, so I think let me move it. So yeah, so if you want to book a call, you can have a call with my team. URL is Kate. Again, I'll put it in the description. Um, this is the URL on the screen, k1academy.com/AIDC. Choose the date and time appropriate to you. Make sure that you answer these questions correctly. And when you go for, again, there's an investment required. So please prepare that there's an investment required for this program. So especially the LinkedIn ID is very, very important. And then you can jump on with my team on this. So yes, you can get help with my team. Next one is about uh, Indu is saying one certificate is enough, or do we need to go for both? So just give you a little bit again more context on this in this point of certificate is that what we do is that we say that, hey, once you have learned particular skill, whether it's AI machine learning, then we recommend certificates. We say that in AWS, you have AI practitioner, AI related, and then you have machine learning studio, associate, sorry, and then you have machine learning specialist. And then from Microsoft Azure for AI and machine learning, you have AI fundamentals. Then you have AI Engineer Studio, and then you have Azure Data Scientist. So you have these certifications on. So these are overall certificates from AWS, and these are overall certificate for Azure, and these are the specific certificate from AWS and Azure for specific to AI and machine learning as well. And we give you on that kit for you to do so that you can clear the certification. We have hundreds of guys who have cleared these certifications and early adopters as well. So the question was, one cert is enough, or do we need all of them or both of them, AWS and Azure? So Indu, to answer your question, my recommendation is one certificate is more than enough. In fact, for first 14 years, I never had any certificates, and I started doing collecting certificates at a later stage. So I think the more weightage should be on hands-on lab and the project work which we recommended. I'll explain you as in this video further down. but one certificate is more than enough in my view to begin with, and then you can do it later part if you want. Emily is saying need guidance after relocating to USA. We've tons and tons of guys who learned and moved to USA. I think I've shared some of them in the past as well. So yes, you can book a call with my team. I think Emily, I've already mentioned book a call link. So watch that. Go back and watch that book. Now, Joshua, Kirti, Musa, all those guys, Brandon, Karis again, you were interested in working, so you can book a call with my team. Naveen, Sudha, Raj, Pawan, Sam, all of you guys, if you can, if you need help, you can book a call with my team. I've given you the link to description. Guys, please make sure that you are clear the path and you book a call once you're clear, once you have clarity and only have questions as well. But attend, the better would be if you're new, if you're watching this first time and coming new, uh, make sure that you attend at least one of our class so you understand the whole path and so on. Again, link will be in the description below of the next class that will be happening as well. Now, our next question was Dhirendra, which is a pretty good question. So the question was how automated job in IT infra, how to automate basically. I think the question was how to automate job in IT infra using the core skill and can we automate AI infra task? So I think this is a pretty good question. Let me pick up and go back to because I think I prepared an answer for this. So first of all, like using AI, you can automate or there are a lot of infra automation tools that are available in the market, and I'll explain you one by one all of these here and maybe pause these, especially the two slides if you want to read further as well. And I might, if you're part of an email list, if you attended the class, I'll probably email you those details as well. It'll be coming on your way as well for this one. Now, the question about automating using AI tool, there's already a lot of automation tools, especially for IT infrastructure. And again, for this, I just wanted to highlight that there are three tracks, which is cloud, data, AI/ML. For automation, there's already IT infrastructure is already mature. There's a lot of automation already available within the tools available. So first is infrastructure provisioning and scaling, and that is where you have the tools like Terraform is there, which is for infrastructure automation. You also have from AWS Cloud Formation, from Azure, you have Azure ARM templates and so on. So yes, infrastructure provisioning and scaling automatically by default. There's a lot of automated tools available. Similarly, you have for configuration, you have Ansible, you have Puppet, you have Chef, and then all these cloud providers, they come with their own configuration management tools as well, so you can use that. Similarly, for monitoring and alert, you have Prometheus, you have Datadog, you have CloudWatch, you have Microsoft Azure Monitor, and all of those are available. Similarly, for there is a tools for backup and backup, including disaster recovery. There's Azure backup, AWS backups, and then you can do manual backup. You can automate that backup using your own shell scripts and so on. That the way you used to do in on-premise as well. Then there's a log management, log analytics, each both AWS, Azure, as well as the cloud provider, and there are other log analytics and log management tools are available. Similarly, there's a security, auditing, patching. So then there are tools available for those as well. Similarly, for network configuration management, the tools available for automating those as well. Similarly, user management, user provisioning, there's a Okta, there's a PowerShell on Microsoft Azure cloud available. There's a Azure Active Directory, which is now called as Entra ID. All those things you can do and configure as well. So the majority of tool for automating the infrastructure, you'll be using Terraform, Ansible, then you have Puppet, Chef, you also have AWS Cloud Formation, you have Azure ARM templates, you have Lambda for AWS, Lambda, Azure Functions, Jenkins, CI/CD tools, AWS CI/CD, Azure CI/CD, CloudWatch, Cloud Monitor, tons of tools are available. Now, if you are interested on this one, we have, as I said, we have four main tracks. One is about cloud, data, AI/ML. So we cover in this cloud and with that DevOps track. So DevOps track. So we have a cloud track and DevOps track. Get in touch with my team. Link, as I said earlier, book a call or in the description for that particular this particular thing as well. So again, just to give you the context of, we go very deep on AWS. The cloud. We cover two cloud, multi-cloud, because that's where the industry is moving towards. We cover AWS and Azure cloud, and within AWS and Azure, including with cloud native things. So you begin with AWS mastery, where you go and learn storage, networking, compute, databases, monitoring, logging, high availability, disaster recovery, CI/CD automation, and do the certifications. And you do extensive labs, right from identity access management, basic labs, compute, which is your EC2s, ECS, EKS, auto scaling, and so on. Then you look storage services, S3, EBS, EFS, and so on. VPCs, load balancers, DNS. databases, serverless configurations. Like that, you do extensive hands-on lab certificate. And the most important part is then you also do extensive projects based on the job description. You do the real-time projects for the experience, and you do the same thing for AWS Azure Cloud. Do the hands-on lab and the project work on Azure Cloud, and then you do similar thing for DevOps, so that you can become all those the expertise that you're looking for. So that's what Dinendra I would suggest you for is. Now, Yazin is saying I'm a head of IT. How these courses can help me? That's a pretty brilliant question. As a head of IT, what these are. So if you are, first of all, if you're head of IT, um, I would, rather than limiting yourself just on AI/ML, I would suggest you do AI/ML as well as the cloud, because but then go high level rather than going deeper in. That's what I'm going to cover. So how these things will be helping is, first of all, strategic decision maker. Now, as you know, AI, machine learning, cloud, these are hot in the market right now, and every IT company, especially the head of IT, you're implementing, um, especially with the fundamentals, concepts, implementing them. Cloud infrastructure, cloud automation, I've just now spoken earlier. Also, data-driven insights for better leadership, and then generative AI for innovation, generative AI that you do. Also, there's a data security, data privacy, as well as leadership, AI-driven digital transformation. There's a lot of digital transformations happening, and these are driven by AI as well. So from this context point of view, if you're in a leadership role, machine learning algorithms on, again, you don't need to go deeper, but understand them on a high level, including data science tools, again on Python. Again, this is more for if you're doing technical head of IT, um, um, on more on a VP of technology or head of IT, head of uh, those kind of a roles. Then AI ethics and governance, very, very important. And how do you do the deployment monitoring on a high level, 30,000 foot view, understanding those as well. So that was a question on how these courses are going to help me. Again, pause this and read some of these things that probably will be helping you to understand how, if you're in a leadership role, these things are important for you. Next is about Yazin is saying there are many programs. Yeah, I'll give you the context. There are many programs in the list. What all specific trainings can help in for the digital transformation? So I think just to give you some context, I think we had a lot of those things covered inside the program. So I'll tell you from a digital transformation point of view, what is helpful, what is not extremely helpful, and what is not directly helpful as well. So from extremely helpful, AI and machine learning, generative AI for beginners, very, very important. Python on a what libraries, framework you'll be doing. You may not go deeper coding programming, but more on a high level, 30,000 foot view, understanding what are the libraries, codes you'll be doing. Cloud for beginners for understanding the cloud fundamentals. AWS Azure for beginners, understanding how these are done, or what are the services you'll be using and how you will be using that as well. Um, Generative AI, again, useful for more innovative ideas for AI-based applications. Machine learning or MLOps, mainly for machine learning operations for deployment of. I'm assuming if you're going for digital transformation, there's a high probability you'll be also implementing AI, machine learning. Those kind of projects are also going through. So MLOps, how does day-to-day operations of MLOps as well. Containers Kubernetes, again, 30,000 foot view of containers Kubernetes, what they are, how they're being used, what applications you can use. So containers and Kubernetes are important, Docker and Kubernetes and so on. What may not be useful, directly useful for a leadership roles or for digital transformation, may be very specific program, dedicated program like agentic AI, because that goes in very, very deep on a particular topic. Similarly, AI for project manager, program managers, these are more for PMs, project manager, program managers, or product managers. We also have some real-time projects, may not be directly unless you want to do that project, but I think for high level, left-hand side ones are useful for digital transformation. Left hand side are useful, right hand side may not be directly useful for you as well. Now, I think price I don't do. Emily is saying, can raise 1500. I think it's about you're talking about the program. The fees is much higher, but rest maybe after a job. We don't do that. We have a flexible payment plan, but those what I've realized is those who pay attention, you'll definitely get 10 times of this investment in the program that we mentioned, but unfortunately we don't do any discount or anything. There's a discount already mentioned, but those discounted seats are gone and not available. Sushila is saying, what is the total period to finish? This is a very good question. And I think there were two questions. In fact, a lot of guys were saying, so Sheila said, what is the total time to finish? And then I had few more questions, people coming about um, how long does it take to finish? Girima is saying the same thing. Girima is saying same thing. FFSOB is what is the duration of the course? So I'll cover that question as well. I think very, very important, very good question as well. Um, so this question I come again about how long it'll take to finish the course or what is the duration of the course. Um, Duration is we have 1 year, which is more than enough. But your question should have been how quickly I can get the result. And for me, that's the important point. How quickly I can get a result. And the answer is, or answer to that would be how quickly you won't get the result. It's up to you to say. We are going to give you 1 year, which is more than enough to get results. But let's, depending on your situation, some people say I want to get results in 3 months. So don't try to become expert, but try to learn so that you get enough to get started and then get a job on that domain. Or if you're already onto the job, then start becoming an expert on that and keep learning. It's for me 24th, 25th year. I'm still learning. I've never become expert till date, even though I charge premium amount and I can work on a lot of skills. But every day new things come and I'm constantly learning. So um, we give you 1 year, which is enough for to finish. But objective should be not to finish the program. Objective should be to get a result, which is getting a job, good paying job, 250K plus job. Don't stop it till that time you get that, and keep learning and keep doing those things. So mainly about Girma, FFSOB. There's one more, I forgot the name to put it here. Sushila, and anyone who's looking for how long it will take, go with an intention to say, I'm going to learn, become, and constantly learn. So we take two approaches. One is a fast approach, crash course type, and second is a slow static approach. You can pick either of them. So for fast approach, you're looking for a job, go into, you understand the basics, all those things, which are, I think, couple of weeks are more than enough for you to understand the basics, concepts, terminologies, and then you start looking for the job and apply for, and while you're strategic learning, you're applying for the jobs and looking at what the market, what skills companies are looking for, and come to us and say hands-on lab and project specific to job. That's approach one. While approach two is you learn a strategic step-by-step manner with us, the way we are giving the path. We'll give you, once you join the program, there'll be one-to-one onboarding, and we'll give you a path specific to your background, what you know, what you want to achieve, and based on that we can do. So again, to answer, I hope that answers your question. If you still have any questions, let me know. But we give you this whole roadmap based on what you are going through, understanding whole AI, machine learning, data science, cloud, whatever path you choose as well. So with that, that's pretty much, I think the idle time, I'll be covering the question answers. Uh, so if you still have any questions which I might have unanswered, just go below this video, leave a questions I'll be covering. But otherwise, as I said, we also have I also have, probably will be running another session in next 2 to 3 days. I think I've scheduled, I don't remember on top of my head, but I think the link should be on, it's either Wednesday or Thursday. And if you're watching after that, I'll have a follow-up sessions as well. So link to the free class will be in the description below. And if you have any questions which you attended and you missed it, or you want to ask me again, you can have a you can ask below this thread. Otherwise, we'll look forward to see you, and I'll, I'll cover most videos. I think there's another video coming about the entire free course coming. There's also, if you enjoyed and if you like that, there should be one video about cloud for absolute beginners. I think it'll be linked after this video. So watch that. And then on this channel, we also have a 3 days bootcamp I did. So recording of those 3 days bootcamp is very good. You can watch that, and there are other videos on this channel. Have a look at that. Otherwise, as I said, watch this next video about the full free course on cloud for absolute beginners. After that, a new course is coming, which is cloud AWS for beginners, which is a lot more things are coming on this channel. Otherwise, with that, Atul from Team Keton Academy, can't wait to help you, and we'll see you in next video. Take care and bye for now.